Ahoy there, shipmates, and welcome back to the channel. And tonight we're taking out HMS Conqueror, or should we say HMS Firestarter, because that's what the Conqueror does best. Especially with my command setup on it. In this particular time in this game, I'm using the Nelson Commander with the French Commander on board, the Dupont. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he increases your HC overall damage. So, without me going into the specifics of it, we got HC is just shy of 9,000 damage. It may be 8.5, 8.6, but my commanders max out level 16, level 4. So without further ado, we're going into it. I'm also in the division with my good friend Sergeant Williams, my deputy commander from the Emerald Isle of Ireland, and he's also in the Conqueror. I do believe he's using the John Fisher build, but you can't go wrong with either of them. What the Nelson Commander offers you over the Fisher is more HC damage, and Fisher gives you longer reach as regards to you can get about a 20 kilometer range on it, if not more. So yeah, there we are. We spot the Kremlin out to our left, and he's letting us know he's there. We've got another Conqueror coming in, but difference being our Conqueror's got the Union Jack camo. What difference does that make? Well, it just makes not a great deal of difference, I suppose, but it just makes you be proud of your nation, you're proud of your your ship as you're playing. So, because everybody knows that the British ships are the best in the game, don't they? That's going to upset a few people from America. Well, yeah, the Conqueror is primarily I spec into the HC because that's where he is best at, and usually with this build you can once you get a fire, you usually get about 18,000 salvos damage on HC. So why would you use AP on it? So all the people out there use Cunningham as the primary command on it. Don't, because this is the way to go forward. Well, I can understand it if you haven't got Nelson and that's the only one you got, but if you got Aslane Hood, Aslane, any of the Aslane commanders, and there you go, there's a demonstrators in there, 15,000 damage on a salvo. And we only landed 5 shells. And then we've got a fire and he's going to burn for quite some time. So, very good start in the Conqueror. Very strong start. We haven't had much success in the Conqueror over the last few weeks. It's not because the ship is rubbish, far from it. It's just that when you get to legendary tier, or anything from to tier 7 and above, the game base in this game is absolutely shocking. There are times when you can get teams which absolutely throw the ships away in the first 5 minutes, and it's just not. And the Conqueror is my favourite legendary tier ship by far. And I do play it, enjoy playing it, but it doesn't matter what ship commander you put on it or how you got it set up. If your team folds and it's just you and your division mate, or even just if you're playing solo, you can't carry the whole of the team. It's impossible. But luckily, this particular time, we do actually get a half decent team, which is a miracle. And another thing that's been happening to a lot at this tier, we've joined games in where we've had about 3, 4, 5 players in legendary. That's it. So we just tickled out that German cruiser right there. Currently looking at 37,000 damage. hold on to your popcorn. It gets a lot better. So there's another Conqueror. You notice I very rarely use an HE, AP in it, because there's no need to. Why would you when you get such good results on HE? And the good thing about using HE, that if you do manage to fluff some of your shots, you only need 1 or 2 shells to start a fire. And then keep those fires burning, and that'll do the job for you. So there's the Wallet Warrior out there. Obviously got the Kremlin, and then we got another fire on him. So we're up to 2 fires. We've only been playing just over 5 minutes. We're up to 56,000 damage. Yeah, it's looking good. So another way I've tried playing Conqueror as well is sticking El Fuso on it to increase your fire damage, and that'll probably end up giving you about a 53% chance of setting fires from your 48. I'm just rattling those figures off the top of my head, which I can roughly remember, without going to the specs of my builds. So that's a significant increase. So we've got a assisted kill there on one of the ships. I'm not sure which one it was, but a German cruiser right there, and we're soon trying to finish him off, which we do, and we get our first legendary mod come up. Oh yes, right, I've been spending my steel. I usually always try and outfit all my ships with the legendary and epic mods. There isn't that many ships out there to want to get with the steel, so that's what I do. Soon I get enough steel, I end up going through my ships and kicking and kitting them out with those mods. Because now we got an increase damage on our HE and AP. So we got about 7 minutes left on the clock, and we got 94k damage. Keep watching, it's going to get more. So there's the Kremlin, sneaking them over the top, and can we get another fire on him? Yes, we do. And there's case proven. It only hit it with 3 shells, but then you got that fire going. And he's burn, the ring of fire. So it's basically like a cookery lesson. So you see a ship, you put it in the oven, and you cook it for about 30 seconds at gas mark 7, and you as soon as he puts the fire out, you put him back in the oven, and you cook him again for X number of minutes. So so there he goes. He's obviously Damacons. That's last fire we had on him, and he knew he's burning again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, never mind. So what I try to do, if you get lots of ships, is set multiple fires on different ships, which is also good. You can rack up a lot of points by doing that. So now you're up to 143,000. Can you get any advance? 143? 145? Is there any more ships we can get some damage on? See, the downside being is now our team is not taking the caps. No cap control again. So this is what you always seem to find. I was thinking, come on lads, let's get some caps here, because if we don't get the caps, they go, just sink the ships, and then in the meantime they are just securing up more points. So I see that, and I'm thinking, well, if they're not going to go for it, I'm going to have to. So I'm now turning into the Bravo cap. I'm trying to assist these lads over here. And another thing I mentioned too, which I don't use Cunningham, and I use the as lane command as much as I can, or Fisher. Notice how many heals we have. 4. Well, if you got 4 heals, your chances of surviving are greatly increased. And if you use Fisher, you only... Sorry, I'll start again. If you use Cunningham, you only have 2 heals. So, why would you reduce yourself down to 2 heals when you got a chance of having 4? So please take that in note, guys. You're doing yourself a very gross misjustice with the ship if you're only giving yourself 2 heals. So now the enemy team, we start to pull this one back. I do leave a switch to AP here on this ship on this one because he is fairly broadside. And then we're looking at, oh well, we're also broadside to them, so we got to be a little bit of a difficult situation here because we got to keep our guns to bear and to get all this maximum damage on these ships. But the Haki is going to give us a lesson not to go broadside. It takes a big chunk of us there. Well, we're at now at 174,000 damage. Can we get the double ton? Can we get the 200,000? Now, I'm aware now that we got this cruiser to my right. He's laying into me. So at the moment, my plan of attack is just full steam ahead, get underneath that island there, take that Prudent on my left out of the game, and hopefully the incoming fire from the cruiser out there to my front will be greatly diminished because I'll be underneath that island. Well, that's the cunning plan. And we're up to 183,000 damage. Meanwhile, that little turd out there is still laying into me and setting me on fire. And we get an assisted kill. So that'll be our third assisted. That guy's doing everything he can to sink me. Now it won't be quite so bad because we'll be protected by that island to our right. And then we get a battleship Akigakiki directly in front of us. We just tickle him there, but he slaps us straight through the nose. As they say in Germany, that's good. So right, okay, slam it in reverse here, folks, and then we'll switch back to what the Conqueror does best, and that's we'll set some fires on him. But he already is on fire. And he just picked up the high caliber, and at this point I'm thinking, yeah, we could be in trouble here if he takes us out. So that's 194. Okay, we get Dinkfin, and now we're up to 202,000, and that's it. Game over. So we managed to get the 200k there, which is a very rare sight to notch up and see in this game. It's doesn't happen that often. I have had to do about 300,000 in this ship, but to get that is fantastic. So we are second on the team with 1 kill. Should have been more. And that's the scores on the board we have there. Hope you like this one. If you do, hit the like and the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one, folks.